Hello, everybody. David Shuster here. President Trump's efforts to stop U.S. foreign assistance without congressional authority is sparking anger, chaos, and lawsuits. Over the weekend, Elon Musk's government efficiency crew, consisting of several 20-somethings with no security clearance, shut down the offices of the U.S. Agency for International Development, or USAID. Then, the Doge crew sent an email telling USAID employees not to show up for work and eliminated digital and physical access. Senator Andy Kim, Democrat of New Jersey, began his public service career at USAID, and he went to the offices and described the Doge efforts as insane.
I talked to the security guard just in there. He said he has been given specific orders to prevent employees of USAID from entering the building today. And I just find that to be absolutely ridiculous. This is no way to govern. This is no way to treat public servants. And this is no way for us to conduct our foreign policy as a country.
Back on the U.S. Senate floor, Democratic leader Chuck Schumer noted that Trump government efficiency staffers working for Elon Musk have penetrated sensitive Treasury payment systems that help manage finances for government agencies, including USAID. Schumer described the Doge team as a shadowy group that is conducting a hostile and unprecedented government takeover, all with the encouragement of Donald Trump.
Those staffers, whomever they are, now have unprecedented access to the most sensitive payment data in the entire federal government. Unprecedented access with no transparency, with no guardrails, and guess what? The one independent watchdog who could have provided oversight was fired by Donald Trump over a week ago.
That's a reference to the inspectors general at more than a dozen U.S. government agencies who Donald Trump fired last week. The IGs are independent watchdogs who investigate waste, fraud, and abuse. They can be fired if an administration gives Congress 30 days notice. The Trump administration gave Congress 0 notice. But that breaking of federal law is nothing compared to the clearly illegal actions that Trump and Elon Musk are taking to shut down USAID. Some workers and staff at the agency have now begun lawsuits to try and block the Trump administration shutdown. In the meantime, the Trump-Musk actions have led to chaos in the aid and development field, leaving hundreds of contractors around the world in a severe financial crunch, with some already having to lay off staff and others facing millions of dollars in unpaid invoices. Keep in mind, USAID is responsible for delivering billions of dollars of humanitarian assistance overseas. The agency was created by President John F. Kennedy and Congress in 1961 during the height of the Cold War with the Soviet Union. Kennedy wanted to counter Soviet influence through foreign assistance, and Congress agreed the work should be separate from the bureaucracy of the U.S. State Department. To this day, supporters of USAID point out that it continues to save lives around the globe and build goodwill for the United States. Last year, USAID spending totaled $40 billion, which is about 1/20th of the budget of the U.S. military. Still, Republicans think that some of the foreign assistance is wasteful. And Elon Musk, with Donald Trump's encouragement, has targeted USAID for elimination. The pause on USAID is already being felt around the globe. Sub-Saharan Africa could suffer the most. Last year, the United States gave the region $6.5 billion in humanitarian assistance, mostly to fight diseases. And now, HIV/AIDS patients in Africa arriving at clinics funded by the United States 40 years ago are finding doors locked. There are also ramifications in Latin America, as some shelters for migrants have now been left without doctors. As USAID contractors go to the courts to try and get invoices paid, President Trump seems indifferent to the chaos and human impact of what he has done in the world of humanitarian assistance. Trump says that USAID should be shut down, and Trump is defending Elon Musk and his Doge team having access to U.S. Treasury payment systems.
Why is it important for Elon Musk to have access to the payment systems at Treasury?
Well, he's got access only to letting people go that he thinks are no good if we agree with him, and it's only if we agree with him. He's a very talented guy from the standpoint of management and costs, and we put him in charge of seeing what he can do with certain groups and certain numbers. Some of the numbers are horrible, what he's found. Think of it, $100 million on condoms to Hamas, condoms to Hamas, and many other things that are frankly even more ridiculous. And they're finding tremendous waste, really waste more than anything else.
Actually, Elon Musk is not finding $100 million in condoms to Hamas because no such delivery has been made or allocated. This came up the other week when Trump's White House press secretary said $50 million was slated for Hamas condoms. But USAID reports show no condoms have been shipped to the Middle East for 3 years, and no funding had been planned or allocated for condoms for the future. In other words, Donald Trump's spokesperson lied, and now the president is literally doubling down on the outrageous lie. But we've come to expect that the Trump administration will make things up. What's new is that President Trump would shut down a government agency without even consulting Congress, much less giving Congress a vote, as our laws require. President Trump's unilateral government wrecking ball is unprecedented and an illegal abuse of power. There may be things with USAID and other government agencies that do need to be changed or scrapped. And President Trump is welcome to call for such changes, lobby Congress, and push lawmakers to follow his will with new legislation. But under our Constitution and system of government, there has to be legislation passed by Congress to get rid of an agency that was authorized by a Congress and signed into law by a president. Of course, Donald Trump probably knows his efforts to dismantle the USAID wouldn't get the vote, so Trump is taking this illegal shortcut. It is outrageous, immoral, and a slap in the face to every American who still believes in the U.S. Constitution and in our democratic government. I have a feeling the courts will soon step in and block Trump's illegal power grab, but in the meantime, the chaos and confusion around the world is literally going to cause the deaths of some of the most vulnerable people on our planet. What a Trump legacy. By the way, the Trump governing chaos sparked a roller coaster recently on Wall Street. The Dow then plunged over 480 points, and after 34 minutes of trading, the Dow had dropped 610 points, or 1.37%. Check out that video at the link below. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.